Hello, everyone. Welcome to Two Broke Sophomores. My name is Andrew Cohen. We have a great show for you today. Today's guest is Izaac Wang. He is known for playing Soren in the Good Boys movies. George is not here because we had he has work. He works at a AMC, and the new Joker movie is out. Should go see that, but because of that, he's a little busy, so he wasn't able to sort of be here do this interview. But you got to the whole point of this podcast is trying to not be broke. That is the that is the that is the goal. That's the goal, to not be broke. And he's working at it. That's why he's at AMC chumming along, trying to make those monies. Personally, I joined WAG, and I've been walking some dogs, making some money doing that. So we don't know what this podcast will be called. If we make it out of poverty and brokenness, then we'll have to, I don't know, we won't be rich, so we can't do Two Rich Sophomores, but no, we'll figure it out when we get there. So anyways, the interview with Izaac. Izaac, really cool guy. We loved having him on. He was delightful. He was so nice. We talked a lot about cats. A lot more than I thought going into the interview that we'd be talking about cats. But it was a really fascinating interview, and getting all the scoop on everything that happened on the Good Boys set. Good Boys, it was I don't know if you guys saw it. It was a great movie. I loved it. I had a blast seeing it. It was surprisingly good. I tell him that. Because if you look at the movie itself, it's just kind of like, it's like, it's like super bad with tweens. So, you're like, it was either going to be like, I went into it thinking it was like, this is going to be disgusting. This is going to be sin watching this movie, but it was delightful. It was really, really delightful. Really, really good. Really, really heartwarming. And I highly recommend, I think it's not playing in theaters now, but it should probably go to streaming soon, I'm guessing. Let's check for a moment. See, Good Boys, and we're just gonna okay, it's still in theaters. Probably not for long though, so make sure you go and watch Good Boys. If you haven't seen it, it's great. Izaac plays Soren, the rich kid of the school, the rich and popular kid who everyone wants to hang out with and go to their party. And it's really great. See the movie. I really hope you guys listen to, and oh, you're gonna listen to it. Unless you just love listening to these intros, then I guess you're not going to listen to the episode. But if you're here to listen to the episode, please enjoy my talk with Izaac Wang. Enjoy. Hey, Izaac, welcome to Two Broke Sophomores.
Hello.
So let's get started. I want to talk about Good Boys, and I'm sure you do too. When I first saw the trailer for this film, I was like, who let them make this film? This looks totally, I don't know how someone could have approved it. And then I saw it, and it was like amazing. It was like the sweetest thing ever. And you play Soren, one of the popular kids.
Yep.
Is that something like you connected to? Were you ever sort of a popular kid in school?
I was never a popular kid. I was kind of like the loner with only like a couple friends, and I thought of myself as a popular kid. But other than that, I really wasn't.
You weren't. So when you were reading the script, I'm guessing, and you said like, "Oh wait, I'm the popular kid." Was that kind of like a moment where I was like, "Yes, I finally get to be this thing."
Yeah, kind of. It was pretty cool to actually have that role.
Mm-hmm. What was your is this your sort of first like big film role?
Yes, it is. I've only booked one movie before this role, and
Yeah.
it never came out.
Oh God.
So this is my first huge movie that I've ever done.
Okay. What did it feel like to to find that out, to like, oh my God, I'm gonna be in a huge movie for like Universal Pictures? What was the feeling when you first found out that this was gonna happen?
It was I think I was happy. I
You
honestly
think you
don't
were
remember.
happy?
Like all I remember is that my mom and dad, right?
Yeah.
They told me that Isaac, you booked a job for a good boy. And then the only thing I did was I just smiled. Like I didn't talk. I didn't say anything. I just smiled. And it was like I would say it's like a moment of joy, but like
Hmm.
without any expressions.
Was it like too much to handle, I'm guessing?
Yeah, so I just smiled. That's the only thing I could do.
And your parents were happy about booking a movie like Good Boys?
Well, my mom definitely wasn't, but
I imagine that's
we
a
could talk
hard
about my
movie.
dad.
I'd imagine that's a hard movie to like convince your parents. It's like, hi, can I star in this? Can I be in this movie with that's all about basically super bad, but with kids my age? That
Yeah,
seems
it's
like
like
a hard
but I mean,
sell.
yeah, my dad forced me to. I mean, my dad didn't force me, but my dad like helped me along the way to do it, right? And he encouraged me. And then my mom was just like, just do it.
Did you go see the movie with your parents?
Yes, I did.
You
I
did?
actually went to just see it in New York when I was doing
Okay.
another job,
Yeah.
and it was actually really cool to see myself in the big screen.
It wasn't completely awkward at all.
Not really. One family recognized me, but like that was it.
No, well, I would feel for the for the content of the film. Like, I would understand. Like, I don't know. Like, let's say if like I would imagine that if you were acting in something where there's so much, you know, like sexual content at like a young age, like I feel like it would be an awkward experience. But no, it wasn't. That's I mean that's good. I mean that's honestly that's a breakthrough. I think that makes the whole career, I'm guessing, easier down the line.
Yeah, it's like when you start off with something big, right? You get
Yeah,
to do small things all together.
exactly. So did you have to audition for this, or did you just send in a photo? Like how did the role come about?
Well, we got an email, right? And then it was for this movie, right? But
Hmm.
before I actually got Soren, it was a different role for the same movie, right? But then
Yeah.
it was the role before Soren was a lot more dirtier, a lot more swearing.
Oh,
So that's when they had to change the script, and then now there's Soren. And I got
what?
the audition for Soren,
Hmm. Yeah.
and it was surprising because they still wanted me in the movie,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So I did the audition, and then next thing you know, I get a callback. I did the callback. Next thing you know, I'm pinned, and
Hmm.
then voila, I get a producer audition.
Oh,
So basically, I meet the producer and do my lines for him, and then voila, voila, I get the
voila,
job.
voila. There you go. Did you? So because you said the last role had a lot of swearing, was that kind of like did your parents not want that for you? Was it like, okay, well, let him take this role, but he needs to have one of the calmer roles. He can't be one of the swearing roles.
Well, my parents, honestly, just anything I do, really, they just keep on encouraging me to do it. Even if it's a role that I love, even if it's a role that I hate, they just tell me, Isaac, you can do it. You got this, man. That's why I like my parents, because no matter what, they keep on encouraging on me for what to do.
This is a great review for your parents, by the way. If anybody's looking for some parents out there, Isaac's parents are A plus, according to Isaac. So, but I find that interesting because in a lot of kids and teenagers go through this thing where they book like a role like this early. Like I imagine something like I can't come to a specific project in my mind, but like there are a lot of projects where it's like you have like young people but they learn about sort of mature subjects, sort of prefer like a psychiatrist would say that's normal. You know what I mean? Like I feel like learning about.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, so there wasn't any. So I find that like very interesting. Do you know more things than like all of your friends? Do you know like? I bet you could really like insult your friends. I feel like you have the tools now.
Yeah. Well, does anybody remember that good old 5th grade talk? Yeah, I had to go through that traumatizing thing where I learned that it wasn't real. Like, Santa's is real.
You had to,
but yeah.
So you went through it earlier than other people, I'm guessing. Does that does that create leverage? Does that like you have like I could scar any of my friends at any point and it would be so much fun. Is that I feel like that creates a lot of leverage.
It does, really. It just clears you for so many more like jokes and roasts that you could do.
Mhm. Did you get?
It's fun.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's fun to mess with your friends when you have like certain types of knowledge.
Yeah. Did you get kind of all the jokes on set, or was there some things that went over your head?
I got like half of them, and then some of them I really didn't understand at all.
Okay.
But then most of them I understood.
Well, that's why we're doing this interview, to clear up the jokes you did understand. Anyways, no. So besides Good Boys, let's talk about how did you sort of go into acting? Was this kind of random, or have you been sort of like trying out for stuff for a couple years?
Believe it or not, it's like super random. So my dad used to work at this old pharmacy, right? It was super far from LA and everything. It was all the way in Moore Park.
Yeah.
So he used to work there, and there used to be this lady there who used to always go in and out, in and out, in and out. And then one day, my dad just asked her, "What do you do for a living? What's your job?" And she said, "I'm an acting manager." So that's kind of how I got into it. My dad showed me, like, they had a little conversation, right? Then she said, "I want to see your kid. He sounds amazing." So my dad showed her pictures of me, and she said, "I love him. I want to meet him." And then next thing you know, I'm over here memorizing these lines, and I'm supposed to like read it to her, and I'm gonna do another voila. This is gonna be really corny. But
go ahead.
I turn into an actor.
We love the whole theme of this podcast is just constant voilas. That's really all this podcast is. It's just a constant amount of voila. That's what
voila.
That's what we do here at Two Broke Sophomores. And so you had one of those like kind of like random stories, kind of like Jennifer Lawrence, or like you were like discovered. She was like discovered on the street. It was kind of like one of those things. It wasn't like exactly like you were just walking around and talent agent said, this is for you. Like it wasn't exactly like that, but it was, does that when your dad came home and told you like, hey, I met this acting manager and you're going to be an actor now. Was it like, how was that reaction? Was it like, I was like, oh God, or was it like, oh, like how do you react in that way? I mean, it's like your dad really like kind of like took you in this direction in life that, I mean, you didn't really have anything to do with it. I mean, it was kind of random. So how did that feel?
Well, my daddy. Well, it felt pretty cool. I mean, like, but I was like, I don't think I was like 8 years old at the time, 9 years old. So I was just playing games, and the dad came home. And he was like, "Isaac, you're gonna be an actor now," and I was just like, "Oh, cool." And then next thing you know, I'm big as this.
And did you like want to do it? Like, was there like did you have any pushback? Were you like, no, I don't want to do this. I want to do something else, or like,
I really actually wanted to do it because I never knew what my future job was going to be, and I never really wanted to be anything. I never really thought about that stuff. But then when this came up, I was like, okay, cool, take it.
So you wanted to be just like a hermit that doesn't do anything, doesn't work, doesn't just I feel like that's really what we all want, is to like that, is just not do anything all day, just eat and drink and not really have to worry about the perils of life.
Yep.
I mean, that sounds like a really cool thing. I mean, did you ever, like, when you were meeting other actors on set, were you like learning about their story and you were like, I'd feel like if, like, let's say you meet someone who was like trying to like work at it from a young age, he's like, I've been doing commercials since like 2 or something. Did you ever feel kind of like a inferiority, or maybe that's not the right word, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. I really never met anyone like that. I mean, the only people I've really met who are like who have been acting at a young age are some of my friends. Yeah. But other than that, I really haven't met anyone who's been acting at a young age. Some people I knew act at like 8 or 7, but that's not, in my perspective, that's not young. What I think young is like 5 or 4 or 3.
Okay. Oh yeah, because you're how old are you? 9, 10, 8?
I'm 11.
Oh, you're 11 now. Okay.
Yeah, and then my other friends are like, they're either 12 or 11 or 10.
Okay. So, obviously I think, I feel like that's, that gives you an opportunity to like, you're all in the same area. You all like can grow together. Right.
Yep.
So, also I've been kind of wondering, what was being on set like? What was, on Good Boys? What was like, was it like a light set? Was it like, you do the scene and then, because it seems like a fun set to do. Like it seems like a fun set to be on.
Everybody's cool there. Everyone's cracking jokes. It's really cool. I love that set. It was really fun. Problem was I had to do school.
Okay. How did that work? Yeah. So you
it actually really worked, because every time I took a break off school, I had to do a scene, and then when I was done with the scene, went back to school, took a break, and then I went to my scene. It was a really easy process.
That's so, and I've talked to some actors and actresses before about like how you balance school. Do you have friends that like kind of like just go to school and then kind of like you lead this like different life? Is there sort of any like kind of like jealousy of your friends is like, oh, you get to have fun and go to school. We just get to go to school. Is there kind of like, like that?
Honestly, none of my friends are really jealous. My friend Steven's an actor, but he goes to normal school, so he's having a pretty fun life. My other two friends, they're super far away, but they're actors and they go to regular school. My best friend, he goes to regular school, right? And he's not an actor, but he's one of my best friends, and he's not really jealous.
Okay, yeah.
I wouldn't say that anyone's really jealous of me, because I usually crack jokes about myself being an actor.
Well, that's good. That's good to have a sense of humor about it, right?
Yeah. Because I feel bad for them too, right? Because they're just staying home and not doing anything.
I mean, yeah. I guess because when you think about like the perspective, like your perspective, they're doing this, but then they're also doing this. I mean, it's like trade-offs, right?
Mhm.
So, I've been kind of wondering, where was I gonna go? I just lost my train of thought. This is this happens all the time. Do you ever lose your train?
Yeah, all the
you
time.
had something on your mind and then 5 seconds later just goes out the window?
I know, like when I'm like peppering my dad, like Dad. He says, "What?" I forgot.
That happens to me too. I do that too. I'll call my dad and I'll be like, I'll call him, and then he won't answer, call him back to me. He calls me, he's like, what? I was like, I forget. I didn't have, I had something, but I lost it. Oh yeah, I remember. So I was looking at your Instagram and for research, and we caught this video. You're doing some Latin dance.
Yep.
Latin group class. Did you do a lot of dance prior to getting Good Boys, or is that like kind of like now to like try to like up your skills as an actor?
I was actually dancing when I was dancing I've been dancing for like 2 to 3 years now.
Okay.
I've been dancing for a long time, but then I had to stop for a long time. I had to stop 4 months, and then I went back into dancing. But yeah, now I'm going into this new studio. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool.
Is what are the primary types of dance that you do?
I prefer Latin.
Latin.
I like every single dance: cha-cha, samba, rumba, jive. I don't like. I forgot its name. It's because all you do is you walk around and then you stomp and then you walk around and stomp. I forgot its name, but I still haven't learned it either.
Because you seem very good at Latin dance. You seem like it isn't your first rodeo when you're dancing. Also, I see something here. You did an improv show. Sorry, I was clicking on. I clicked on. It says I see something that says my improv show. Do you also do improv?
I do improv. I used to do improv when I was I used to do improv when I was younger to improve my acting skills, right? And I still do a little bit here and there. I don't go to the improv classes anymore though.
Okay, you weren't into it.
I mean, I'm into improv, but I felt like the class got too easy for me. I don't know if that's something to brag about, but
the class was easy for me. I didn't need to go anymore. No, I'm kidding. But no, I could see that. I mean, listen, you're in a Universal comedy film. That's I think that's. Did you do any improv on set?
You had to do a lot of improv. It's like they wanted you to make up stuff to try to make it more funny.
And how much stuff did you make up?
I made up quite a bit of stuff, but the other kid on set, his name's Chance. He's a friend of mine. He like made so much stuff up. It was funny.
Where did you I mean, because mostly the film is, it's a lot of it is kind of just like there's a lot of like sex jokes. So did you have to like how did you where did you come from in trying to like make stuff up? Like how did you approach that when you were like trying to like make better jokes?
Honestly, I really don't know. Because I was very self-conscious about me swearing and saying that type of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll just improv about other stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Did any of it get into the film?
Yeah, some of it.
Some of it?
Like on the whatchamacallit, remember the party scene?
The party scene, yeah. 'Cause that was a big scene for you. That was like, here, this is your place. This is like, it's like you're organizing this. You're like, you're putting everyone in an awkward position.
Yeah. So I did a little improv there. Switched up the words.
That scene was so funny.
It was.
The whole movie was so. I was surprised because I went into it. I was like, this is gonna be gross. This is gonna be like, I don't know how I'm gonna watch this and come out not a sinner. Watching these like sixth graders, do all this stuff, and it was a really, really sweet film. It was like really kind of like it was about friendship, and it was about yeah, and it was just about being together and being friends, and yeah. Looking at your some of your other projects here, I mean, you're going to be in the Clifford the Big Red Dog movie.
Yep, that's what I say. I think. Yeah, you can come with this.
Is that a live adaptation, or is that because I remember Clifford?
Yeah, I think it's a live action, and it's gonna be like a CGI Clifford. He's gonna be with us the whole time.
Okay, who plays Clifford?
I guess the dog plays Clifford.
The dog plays. You hired a dog to play Clifford. That's
No, because so they had puppeteers, right? And what the puppeteers did was they made a big Clifford, right? And this Clifford was going to be in the CGI.
So you were kind of like acting like Clifford was real. I mean, that's got to be fun, right? I mean, it's Clifford.
Was fun. Yeah, the puppeteers did. Oh no, continue.
No, you keep going. Never mind. Sorry.
All right. No, because the puppeteers did such a good job at pretending to be a dog that they made it seem as if it was real. Right? It was a real dog, and it was really fun.
Did you see Clifford as a child? You still watch Clifford?
Yeah. So I used to watch Clifford, right? And I used to read the book. I don't watch it anymore, but.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, when I was younger, I loved the Clifford books.
Yeah. No, I still remember those books. They were. I remember that red dog that scared me. Scared the hell out of me.
I mean, like, imagine seeing a huge red dog just running down the street. First off, it's red. Red means, like, bad. Second off, it's huge. Third, it's a dog, and dogs are ferocious, and big dogs are scary.
Like, I think they should make that movie PG-13. Honestly, just because I feel like PG isn't enough. I think because you're gonna scare like little kids. They will hate dogs forever because they're gonna be in like therapy in 20 years and be like, oh, I saw Clifford when I was 11, and that ruined dogs for me. and I don't want that to happen to little kids. So I'm gonna advocate that they make this movie PG-13 just for the protection of the youngsters. Do you have a dog?
I don't have a dog, but I have two cats. You can hear them yelling. Clifford, come here. Oh, he doesn't want to come to me.
Oh, you do have a dog or you don't? Sorry.
I have two cats. This one's
you have two cats. You're a cat person?
Yeah. I mean, generally, I don't think there's like a difference between cat and not cat, right? I don't feel a difference between cat people and no cat and not cat people.
Well, there is a difference. My grandmother, my aunt is a cat person, or great aunt is a cat person. And like I'm a dog person, so like I can tell a real. I think depending, it is kind of stereotyped, but there is some like there are definitely people who love their cats, like love also Facebook and putting their cats on Facebook. I think that's the real difference. Is sort of the way people care about cats is very odd. A lot of people, you don't seem like. I mean, you don't seem like a cat person.
I'm literally like a cat person and a dog person. It really doesn't matter to me. I feel like both of them should be equally loved, I guess.
Yeah, rights for all cats and all dogs. Dogging equal. Yeah. Would you ever get a dog? Do you think the cats would, like a dog? Do you think they would appreciate it, or do you think the dog would tear them apart?
Not sure now I think about it.
Not sure?
Yeah.
Maybe you should try. Maybe you should do a trial run. See how the dogs react. Or the cats react.
Really? I think the cats just like being alone.
Do the cats go off alone? Are they like mostly alone in the corner a lot?
No, they actually love to hang out with they love to hang out with me. They're really nice. I feel like, but a lot of people think they're scary because one of them has slits in his eyes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That is scary.
Yeah, but then when it only happens when it's daytime, right? But his eyes are shrink more than normal because they're hunter cats.
Okay. So wait, so what does that mean? I don't know a lot about cats. So hunter cats. So yeah.
So my cats are called Highland lynxes. They're a mix of bobcats and I forgot the other one. But they're a mix of bobcats, and bobcats are really ferocious. Mm-hmm. And but these ones are really cute. They're nice and kind, but then they also defend their owner, right? And I've seen them. They sit in the backyard. They chase cats, and they chase other cats away, right? Mm-hmm. And then they chase like the birds away, the mouses, rats. They chase anything away that tries to get near our house, which is really cool.
That's good. My dog doesn't protect our house, so that's maybe I should. Do you think I could borrow one of your cats, protect my house? I can send it back home. I can send it back home. Just leave him out. Just because what happens is, I think the difference is like, will she go after them, or will she like scare them away? Because like if my dog sees a squirrel, like my dog's done. Like the only thing between my dog and a squirrel is like a wall. So do your cats would they? Exactly. So do the cats like run after, or is it just kind of like a face, like a then they run away? Is it?
Oh no, they chase the thing. They chase the thing until they chase it until it's out of their territory. They say.
Do you? But aren't you afraid of what if the cat like runs away?
Oh, they always come back.
They always come back.
Super, hi, buddy.
I mean,
Yeah, they always come back. But it's like I'm not bragging, but no matter what, they come back because they want.
They
food.
always come back. I mean, there's a first time for everything. So.
Yeah. Well,
But
the first couple times we lost them, but they come. It's like it was 2 days before he actually came back. He was covered in well, not 2 days. It was I think it was couple hours, but we left him on the porch, and he was just sitting there, just watching us, completely terrified because
just
he was
completely
sitting there for we accidentally left him there. So he was just sitting there for the last 2 to 3 hours. It was, and he was.
God.
Yeah, but we learned better. Whenever we're gonna go and we leave them out, we always try to take them in. And then if they don't want to come in, then we just leave them outside. But we put food out there.
Okay. Well, I guess that's why they come back.
Yeah, they always want food.
They always want food. I mean, they could always have like a side gig, where they could have. They find someone else to give them food. And then, then
because they don't have collars. Yeah.
Do you think they're loyal? Do you think they're like we only get food from you, or do you think they're like that loyal? Or if someone else was like, I'm gonna get these cats, here's some food, or would they run for it?
Well, judging by my cat sticking his butt in my face, I'm guessing yes.
He's doing it right now. He's doing it right now.
Yep, and he's crushing my legs. Oh my God.
Oh God! Don't let him break your legs. You need those legs for Clifford.
Oh, Clifford, get off me.
The Clifford sequel.
My cats love me.
That's good. I mean, I think animals, like I walk dogs for money. And
yeah, I've always wanted to do that, but my mom's like, no, you gotta do your acting and you gotta do school and you gotta do other stuff.
You gotta do other stuff. Yeah. I wish my mom kind of forced me to do acting. My parents were just like, don't do acting and keep your head down and just die. No, they were good people. They are good people. They're alive. This is where the interview goes off the rails. This is when my parents turn off. I don't know if you've ever done an interview where you accidentally pretend your parents have died, but this is the one for me where my parents are like, we're listening. We're gonna stop listening to you, Andrew. But anyways, back from that. Let's see. You got Clifford coming up. You got what else? What else you got? You got you got 2 dog movies. Think Like a Dog. What's that one about?
So that one still hasn't come out yet. It was in 2017, I think.
Yeah.
And my cat shoving me off the couch, but
Oh, so the cat gets the couch?
Yep, the cat can.
You gotta reclaim.
Pushing me off.
You gotta reclaim that couch.
I can't reclaim that couch.
You can't reclaim it?
No, when we try to get it back, he hides under the pillows. I'm literally upside down right now.
He has the superiority. He wins.
Let me up. There we go.
You can't let him. See, that's what happens when animals. It's what'll happen is they get the position of superiority, and then you try to get back. They're like, oh, they make the cute face. They're like, oh.
When my cats find a spot to sit, they will never leave the spot. They keep the spot. It's their spot.
Are those okay? So they're one of those animals that's like they have their spot and they never move.
Yeah, they have their spot and they'll never leave it. They're always finding new spots. Currently, this one's right now is the cat, and then my other cat is my room.
Is it a rotation? Is it like, do they rotate? Is it the same spot in like a monthly cycle? Is it like, okay, it's January. This spot's month.
Time for your spot.
It's time for your spot. It's time for now. For a cat person, you do a lot of dog movies. I'm just gonna say that. Yeah.
I don't like. You know what I've noticed? It's really rare to find a cat movie.
You never find cat. You know, that's so true. You would never find a cat movie.
And if there is a cat movie, the cat's always the bad guy for some random reason.
Like, yeah, you know, like the movie. Actually, there is a movie. It's called, I think it's like Dogs and Cats or something. Dogs, I'm going to look it up. Dogs and Cats movie. Because I know there was one where it was like cats versus dogs or something like that. It was Cats and Dogs, yeah. It's a 2001 fantasy action film. And it was like this film, I'm remembering now, it's very odd. It was about like, yeah, they were like cats and dogs were like enemies and like cats were like the villain. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
They got to make a comeback.
Yeah. The cats must rise.
I feel like not too much though. I like even dogs. Like I'm like I would love to see cats rise, but at the same time I'm just like not too much. No.
Yeah, because if you have too many cat movies, people are gonna get bored of it and they're gonna want something else.
Yeah, well, because for some reason no one ever gets bored of a dog movie.
Yeah, I know, right? I've watched Buddy like 10 times.
But I love that film. That's so good. That was my childhood. Buddy, you know, the Buddy was the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, have you seen Air Bud?
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've watched that so many times.
I love Air Bud. I need to see that again. I love Air Bud. So it's because I forget because it's like the dog plays baseball, and
then he plays soccer, and then he plays football, and then he plays basketball. He plays so many sports. Like he's playing like I don't know.
I think I was conditioned as a kid to love golden retrievers because of that film.
I like golden retrievers. Cool.
I love them so much. I've yet to meet one. Actually, I've met a couple.
Here's the other cat. So.
Okay. What are the cats' names?
Charlie, who's the one who's just walking around. Charlie, and then
Charlie.
I yawned. And then we got Cooper, the one who's Charlie. But then I yawned, so I tried to say it like Charlie.
Oh.
But then no. So the white one's Charlie, and then the one who dominates the couch is Cooper.
Charlie and Cooper, both C's. Was that intentional, or did that just like come about? I
came up with the name.
It was all you.
Because I wanted it to be Cooper and like Fluff. I was Cooper and Snowball, but then my dad said Charlie is better. So next thing you know, we have Charlie and Cooper. Now Charlie's chasing after an imaginary bug. He just stepped on my face. Ow.
He stepped on your. I feel like your cats just feel like they can do whatever they. I think you need to take a stand.
No, because my Charlie, at least, he has tunnel vision. So once he's focused on something, he just tunnels towards it. He doesn't care about anything else. That's why we call him. That's why we call him like What are you doing now? We call him a bunch of nicknames.
You call him a bunch of nicknames?
Yeah. We just stick with 2 names. Charlie, Barley. We don't know where we got Barley from. But we call Cooper the Pooper because he poops a lot.
Oh. That's funny. I like that. Cooper the Pooper. That's funny.
Isn't that right, Cooper? Well, they're both pretty fat. I mean, they're not fat, but they have this little chubby thing, right? And it's to conserve fat for the winter. Yeah. Some cats have it.
I'm guessing he's called Cooper the Pooper because he poops a lot. I'm guessing that's the reason.
I have to clean the cat litter a lot because of him.
Okay.
So that's why we're feeding him this. That's why we need to dial down your eating process, Mr. Cooper. Isn't that right?
Did that come with like naming the cat? It was like, okay, we'll let you name the cat, but you also got to clean the litter. Was that like?
Yeah, no, because they're like, you know how they're like my cats. I take care of them. So
yeah,
each of us have like a specified role. I clean the cat litter, and I sometimes feed the cats. Then my mom feeds the cats, but she feeds the cats and she finds them the cat food. Daddy just here and there cleans the cat litter or feeds the cats. But I'm the main cat cleaner, pooper cleaner.
Okay. Do your parents ever complain, like, I don't know?
Oh, there go the cats.
Oh, did it leave the spot?
Nope, they're going to go eat food.
Oh, okay. Do your parents ever complain, like, I know because when we have a dog, like, my mom would, like, complain if nobody was taking care of the dog, we would have a meeting and be like, listen, no one's taking care of Molly. Well, what's going on? Did that ever happen with Charlie and Cooper? Does everybody's like, it was like everybody's got to push their weight around here with the cats. Just get this.
Yeah, we have to feed them because if we don't feed them, then they just get buggy and they meow and then they knock stuff over. They really get in tantrums if they don't. I mean, because when they're knocking stuff over, they're trying to find food, right? And then they're using their noses to find food. So they knock over like stuff on the kitchen to try to find food, which is honestly smart, but not cool.
You gotta do something about that.
That's why you gotta feed them.
You gotta feed them. That's keep them. A fed cat is a fed. I don't know how I was going to finish that.
Lion, maybe? I don't know.
A fed cat is good for the lion.
A fed unicorn.
It's for the unicorns. It's for the. I know the only cat I know. I know a cat named Frankie, who is.
Oh, that's a cool name.
My uncle's cat who hates everybody. We go over whenever I go to my great uncle's house. He's 100, and we'll like pet Frankie, and he'll just like walk away randomly. He'll be nice for a while, but that's where I'm not a cat person, because the only thing I know about like cat people is that, or the only thing I know about cats is that they just walk away. So I haven't you're lucky you have the good cat experience. Right?
Yeah.
I've never had a good cat experience. So do you have any recommendations how I could become more of a cat person?
So actually, I've my friend, he's across the street, he's one of the neighborhood kids. He has this cat that never likes him, and she always scratches him. But what I did was, instead of just trying to cuddle and pet the belly, I slowly interact with her, and I let her smell me, right? Like a dog.
Mm-hmm.
And then if he or she rubs against your hand, you're pretty much clear to pet, right? But then you can only pet a certain spot, which is the head, right? If she doesn't rub, right, slowly try to gently reach for the head, and if they try to retail, just fall back, and then try again another day or another time. Because if they keep on repelling against you, right? Basically, you just have to try to get closer to them. You just have to get closer to them. It's not that they're mean. It's just that they don't know you.
They
don't want to be near you.
I'm gonna make an effort. I really am. I'm gonna make an effort to be nicer to Frankie.
That's how my Charlie was. That's how Charlie was. My white cat. He was he really hated everybody. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Sooner or later, he always started liking me. Because I was the only one who hanged out with him. because nobody hanged out with him.
Nobody. Oh, so it's just you?
Yeah, but now he comes around here and there. He lets everyone pet him. He's more of a friendly cat now. He used to be kind of a loner.
Oh well. That's good. He's part of the family now. That's good. So back to Think Like a Dog. What is this about? It says something about science.
Yeah, it's like it was so long ago. I barely remember it. Something about science, and like this kid managed to make his dog talk to him with his mind, and there was a bunch of talky talk going on, right? I honestly don't remember. I barely remember anything about it.
Yeah,
the only main parts I really remember about it is us hanging out off set, and when it was the dancing scene when I was just dancing.
You do a dancing scene?
Yeah, it was just a random like freestyle like type of like a corny dance. You're just waving your arms around and waving your legs around.
Well, that's where the dancing classes come in.
Yep.
It says here, Dog's Best Friend, or Think Like a Dog, is about a 12-year-old tech prodigy whose science experiment goes awry, and he forges a telepathic connection with his best friend, his dog. The duo joined forces with their unique perspectives on life to comically overcome the complications of family and school. It sounds interesting. Honest, I'd watch it.
Yeah, it sounds interesting, but no one bought it yet. No one really looked into it and wanted to see it.
Really?
I mean, yeah, they tested it with random people, right? They showed them the trailer, right, stuff, right? But
yeah.
No one really wanted to put their money into it. No big production.
You know what the problem is? The problem is we have an overabundance of dog movies. That's the. Yeah. I think there was just like The Art of Racing that came out. There was something like that came out, and then I think 2 months before it was like another one of those like, give a human a dog voice, or a dog a human voice, or one of those movies. And I think it's just the market is oversaturated. Or there's too many.
Yeah, there's too many dogs.
Too many dogs, not enough cats. Not enough cats.
Bring cats into the world. Well, there's a lot of cats on like cartoons, but mainly they're usually evil people, like villains, which is sad.
Yeah, we need some heroes.
Cats more.
We need some hero cats.
And then other times cats are just lazy.
They are. They're very lazy. Well,
but
yeah.
But the one movie I really thought was a good cat movie was Pets.
Pets,
right?
Which is Pets?
Pet Life, The Life of the Pet, or something like that. Do you remember that? It was like the fat gray cat, and then there's that other dog, and then there's
The Secret Life of Pets.
Yes, I forgot the name of it.
I didn't see it.
Oh, really?
I should see it. I'm gonna go see it.
It's such a good movie.
It looks good. I'm a big animation fan, so I definitely gonna go. I'm gonna add that to my list. The Secret Life of Pets. Thank you for the recommendation.
Of course.
I will I always love watching a good movie. I'm kind of wondering, how does it feel? Back to Good Boys for a second, because I just remembered something. Does it feel odd to be in a movie that none of your friends can see?
Some of my friends saw it, but most of my friends didn't actually see it at all.
Well, yeah, because it's like, I don't know any parent who would like morally bring their kids to see a movie like that.
Yeah. But mainly my friends didn't want to watch it. Some of my 13-year-old friends are actually going to go see it. They want to see it with me. But You know how you watch a movie and you don't want to see it a second time because you already know what's going to happen?
Yeah. No, I feel that way about
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my God, I know that all the time. So many. Well, thank you so much for being on here. I had a blast. Did you have a blast?
Yeah, that was fun.
That's good. Thank you so much for doing this podcast. Thank you very much.